conveyed. And second day's post also, people, I think some people probably must have worked first time in Canva. That also has come out very well. So you got two additional skills now. One is shooting our videos, because whatever knowledge you have, if you put it in a 2-minute video, 3-minute video, even if it is seen by 100 people, at least 100 people are learning something from your knowledge. That is my intention. You may make money, may not make money. You may make money if you put it in YouTube and monetize it later. A lot of people are already making money by YouTube monetization. So even if the aim is not to make money, but to just disseminate knowledge, and you are not spending any money on that, and people are benefiting. So you are shooting and nice posts using Canva, you can design things that you learned in 2 days time. So please go ahead and practice whatever tasks are being given here. Now, task for tomorrow, you have to write, not for tomorrow, task for today. You have to write one post of 100 words minimum on health. What do you do to look after your health? And health is not just physical. So it is physical, financial health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and relationship health. I put it in the WhatsApp group itself. So health in all its dimensions: body, mind, heart and soul, finance, and relationship. So 100-word minimum Facebook post. In addition to that, if you can make any other thing that you have been doing, like video shooting or additional picture post like yesterday, that is a bonus. So the more you do, more points you get for your team. Only thing, I'm not getting the statistics from the team leaders. That is what I request now. Please give the statistics of the each days so that we know how much people are doing. Any other doubts from the participants?
Yeah, I have a doubt. Is it 5 marks? Is it 5 marks per group and 10 marks per group? Or is it 10 marks per person?
Each post, yesterday's each post was 5.
Each, okay, so if we have 3 members, it's 15 then.
Yes, and day for yesterday video is 10.
Okay, I'll share.
And today's long post 100 words is 10. Okay. Short post 5, video 10, long post 100 words is 10. And each day will give different topics and different methods. So if the 4 people are done of 5 each, so you get 20 points for that day. And if 3 people are done video for the first day, you get 30 points for the day. So count like that. And I believe whatever you say, I'm not going to cross-check. At this age, nobody should cross-check whether it is correct or not. So it is leader's responsibility.
Okay, great. So thank you, Vijay sir, for that. Okay, so I think now I'm able to hear all of you. So today we are going to get started with the health exercise. Health, what are the things that you should be doing to make sure you are keeping your health absolutely intact, right? You saw that image. You don't want to be standing in that pills and surgeries. Rather, you can change those lifestyle things and you can be, happy for not going to be in the hospital, right? So it will be done, by Professor Satyamurthy. But, so all of you are required to write your goals, okay? Your goals on the relationship. I'm assuming you're doing it as part of your team activity. So when you're catching up with your team, okay? So we had asked you to work on the theme on relationship. And today, when you catch up with your team, please do it, 21 times you have to write it. Okay, what is your short term and the long term? Right? So because the more time we'll give the, in terms of learning now, okay, I'll call upon Professor Satyamurthy to actually explain about how exactly, what are the different simple things that you can do it in your day-to-day life that can literally change the way you are living and how you can make sure that your health is completely, drugless free, okay, drug free. And yeah. And before I call upon, I'll do a quick introduction about him. He is a professor in chemistry and has served as a professor more than 35 years. And then he was a principal of BVS College of Arts and Science in Shimoga. And post his retirement, He has actually taken to help the people on the health related issues, because many people go through this challenge. And if you remember, I told two different reasons why people become bankrupt or they're pushed to poverty line. The one is because of the marriages, second one is poverty. I mean, basically health related things, right? So we don't want anybody to actually suffer. Even our enemies should not be suffering because of the health not being intact. So that's the mission. And he is a visiting a doctor in many of those hospitals where he go and actually treat them without medicine. Okay, he goes there, and only during this corona time he's not been going out, but he has been creating great videos which all of you can go and watch it even after these things are done. Okay, I'm going to be calling upon him, and I'll take out the virtual background that all of you been seeing. So he would like to go with the natural one because he'll be sharing a lot of things. Yeah, please. Can you all welcome? Can you all welcome him? Please type in welcome. Please type in welcome. Yeah. And yep. And go to you.
So, namaskar to all of you. Shubhodaya. Good morning to all of you. And welcome to this health session. What are the things I am telling you are very, very simple that you have to implement as far as possible and get the benefit out of it. Because we doesn't know any action, what is going on in our body. It is physiology, what we call it as. Now it is a vast subject. The doctors will learn in nearly 4, 5.5 to 6 years or more than that one to learn the basic things and in order to treat the patients. But in a limited hours, I can tell you only the brief procedure, how you can follow the things and get out of your problems or ailments or diseases, whatever you call it as. So before going to that one, I have to specifically say you have to do some few points in your daily life. It requires 4 things should be done in your morning to night, day to day. One is, the thing is the water you are intaking, that is a fluid. The second one is the food you are intaking. The third one is the physical exercise that should be done in your daily life. And the fourth and the last one and important one is the sleep. The sleep should be there. So if you maintain all these 4 points, you will be out of the pills or out of the disease or the ailment, whatever you are facing or not facing, that's a different question, or in your family. One thing you have to know that you are spending a lot of money in maintaining your health. An approximate amount you will be calculating, whatever the income you are getting, you are spending 50 to 60% of the amount for the health maintenance. If you follow the certain rules and regulations of the thing, what I am going to tell, you will be saving that money and you are not going to go to a doctor at all. So that is very, very important things. One thing is you have to implement for yourself and then to the family and get the benefit and implement it. In the first one, the water is very, very important. whatever the water we are drinking generally is acidic in nature. But one thing we have to know that our body fluid, particularly the blood, is having a pH of 7.4 range. 7.4 range. So that much of alkalinity should be maintained in your body while intaking the water. And another thing is, whatever we are eating is also acidic in nature, majority of the things. So what will happen? The body will be acidic in nature. If the body is acidic in nature, you are susceptible to the disease or the ailment. That's the first thing we have to require for that. Nearly 60 to 70% of our body fluid is water. So you have to take sufficient quantity of the water in your daily life. One thing is, whatever the drinking water you are doing, whether it may be the filter, UV or RO, whatever may be the thing, still if you are in a position to test one that is acidic in nature, whatever the process you are doing, or even you going to for the Kangen water, investing more than 2 to 3 lakhs for that machine, still we are not in a position to maintain that one. Don't use any bottled water for your daily life. And one thing is, generally they are telling that you have to drink 2 or 3 liters of water or more than that one from all of the things, or surrounding persons or doctors, whatever may be. But how we have to maintain our fluid? How much water should be intaken to our body? It depends upon your body mainly. You have to maintain how much of water should be maintained for yourself. I will tell you how you can maintain that one. One thing is, wherever you are going for urination, that urine should not contain any smell, any color, or it may be pale yellow. And while you sampling on touching on your tongue, it should be salts free. Even sugar should not be there, sweet should not be there. So much of water to be intaken by your daily life. It may be 2 liters, 3 liters, 4 liters, that you have to decide for yourself. And another thing is, if you drink too much of water, it also makes acidic in nature. It also makes acidic in nature, so that should not be there. You have to decide for yourself. I have told you. And another thing is, while you are urinating daily, generally 5 to 6 times is enough for your urination. There's so much of fluid should be maintained in your body. In addition to that one, whenever you are waking up and before brushing, please drink at least 1 or 2 glasses of water. It depends upon you whether you are going to use the warm water, hot water, or natural water. That's very, very important, because the body has drained out entire fluid in the daytime as well as in the night. So that fluid should be maintained. Another thing is, you have to remember, after drinking that one, you should not take anything there, at least half an hour. In addition to this, as far as possible, drink a special drink instead of coffee, tea, whatever may be thing. You have to avoid all those things in order to maintain our body. You have to take 1 glass of warm water. Don't take boiled water, warm water, and half a lemon juice to that one, and then a spoon of the honey, organic honey. If you stir and drink well, slowly, as you are drinking the coffee or tea, that will maintain your body, and all the 3 factors in Ayurvedic things, they will say Vata, Pitta, Kapha will be maintained properly. If you are having some problems are there, you can add also the ginger juice to that one, a few drops, ginger juice. So that will also minimum thing that you have to do. And don't take anything in between half an hour. You have to give a gap of half an hour and you can maintain the other things. Whatever the things you are having, for example, migraine, headache, whatever, that won't appear again. And in between, as far as possible, drink the water every 1 hour or 2 hours, depending upon your capacity. I have already told you to maintain the urine level, how it should be maintained. If you are having any diabetic patient is there, just collect your early morning first urinating portion in a transparent glass. It will be plastic or glass, whatever may be the thing, and observe the color of that one. As I told you, it should be colorless or it may be pale yellow. Nothing will happen. And put your finger, dip in that one and keep it on your tongue. If there is any sugar is there, that will be indicated for you. It will be sweet. If any salts are there, it will be saltish in nature. It should be, actually it should be neutral. There should not be any taste at all. So much of water should be maintained in that one. This thing is very important. And in making the water alkaline, what we can do that one? Because we have to maintain 7.4 pH. For that, you can squeeze half a lemon juice to a 500 ml water, whatever you are going to drink, and use that water little by little. That will maintain your pH of your body. And or if it doesn't have the affection to use the lemon juice, take the tulsi leaves which are available in every house. So squeeze the leaves and put it to water and stir well and drink that water. It will give you a taste also, and the water will also be alkaline in nature. These two are very, very important for you. Follow this thing. So you have to maintain the 2 to 3 liters or 4 liters, whatever may think, depending upon your body. You can decide for yourself. The second thing we are going to is one is the food, which we are going to intake in the daily life. So that should contain the carbohydrates, that's rice, jawar, ragi, or wheat, whatever you are going to eat. That should be approximately 1/3 of your food. And 1/3 of the fluid, this one should be the proteins. And the other 1/3 will be your, what we call it as the oil products, whatever we think, whichever this one, that's fat, that should be there. It should also include the fiber content that will be much more available in vegetables. As far as possible, consume the raw vegetables after cleaning and other things. It should be in an approximate range of nearly 40% of your food should contain the vegetables. Whether it is cooked or raw, it depends upon you. And you should eat at least 2 spoons of ghee, organic ghee, for your daily life. It acts as a greasing nature in your body. You are maintaining the 2-wheelers or 4-wheelers by giving the oil at least 6 months to 1 year. You will go and definitely oil it. How about your life? That should be very, very important. So that's why you have to use the ghee. You don't get any fat and other things in the minimum range. And another important thing I have to tell you about is the oil you are using, whatever may be the brand. That brand will be having nearly 70% to 80% of your oil will contain the light petroleum oil. Light petroleum oil. That should not be consumed by our body. That will actually affect our digestion problem and the health problem. Instead of that one, use natural oil, which is crushed in wooden wheels. That we call it as the organic, that one. One simple example is, if you can compare the rate of the oil, whatever may be the coconut, sesame oil or til oil or the mustard oil or groundnut oil, whichever you are using. Compare that with the rate of your oil which is available in shops. They are giving at a range of about 100 rupees per liter, an approximate range, 1 liter. But if you take 1 kg of the seeds, whichever may be the things, if you extract that one, you will get nearly 350 to 400 ml of oil. So what you can compare the rate. You want a liter of oil, how much the seeds should be used there? Is it possible to give you the rate as given by 100 rupees per liter? Is it possible? No, it is not at all possible. So that is why, as far as possible, avoid this branded one. Whatever may be the advertisement they are giving, go naturally organic. It may range from 300 rupees per kg or liter or in that range. But you don't have any problem in such cases. It will help your entire body to maintain. So this one thing, whatever the food you are taking, the food should contain nearly fiber content should be there. Don't use this polished rice or polished thing, whatever you are using, maida and other things, dalda. Don't use that one as far as possible. Avoid all the bakery products, and you have to prepare for yourself, for your maintenance of the health. And in order to avoid, get the disease and going for a doctor. That should be avoided. There's one thing that's a very, very important thing I have to tell you. And the other one is, Regarding the physical exercise, as I've told you, at least you have to do half an hour physical work, whatever may be thing. If you are in a position to do yoga, you can do, or physical fitness, whatever you think, or you are going to gym or aerobics, whatever, or simply at least walking. Minimum I have to require, because all the joints of our body should be properly used, and at the same time, whatever the food you are intaking in terms of calorie, that should be burnt naturally without any effort. For that, physical thing is necessary. You have to minimum afford half an hour for your maintenance of the body. Then you won't get any problem at all, and your body will be fit. You won't get any fat material or tummy. It's very, very important that you have to be maintained. And another thing is, the last one is the sleep. Whatever may be the age, generally 6 to 8 hours of sleep is necessary for a person to maintain their health. In the sleep, your mind will be relaxed and all the organs will be relaxed, and it will work as its own. It's a 24 hours duty, 24/7. Although you have not taken anything and a thing, the body will be acting itself. It's a naturally made, God-given gift of your body. That's a very, very important fact is there. Whichever the medicine is required for any part of the body will be manufactured itself in your body. The main part is the liver. You have to properly maintain the liver. It's a very, very important to have a proper liver. Then you won't need any additional drugs or pills to your body. And other thing is, with respect to the digestion part, when we are going to call it as GI tract, gastrointestinal tract, the first part comes in your mouth, and whatever you are eating, that should be chewed properly, and sufficient quantity of the thing should be dissolved in there itself, digested in your saliva juice, which is produced in mouth. Nearly 80% of your food should be digested in your mouth itself. Don't swallow the food. It's very, very important. The saliva which you are going to mix is very, very important for that. It is an alkaline medium and digests almost 80% of your food in your mouth. And then it goes to your esophagus tube, annanada we call it as, and then it will goes to the stomach, and where in the stomach it will be this one churned, and where the acid is produced there, which is called as Agni in Ayurvedic, that is the hydrochloric acid will be produced there in order to digest the remaining food. And the liver will also produce something, and it will be added to the stomach. And gallbladder will also produce the bile juice, and it will add it to the stomach. And as far as possible, the stomach is an important portion. In that one, you have to maintain the following things. If you take as 100% liver, and in that one, 25% should be in the food, 25% of your thing is the, what you call it as the water, fluid portion, and the remaining should be gap. Air should be there. Now, the ladies will know that if you use a grinder mixer, if your jar will be completely packed one, is it churnable? No. You should give a gap there. The same thing is in your stomach. Don't eat too much. How much you can eat, but there should be a gap for the churning. That's very, very important there. So in the same manner, you have to maintain certain understanding in your mind self itself. How much intake should be taken, you have to decide for yourself. Whatever may be the taste. Suppose if you have some special sweets are there, you are going for a guest as a guest and everything, they will put something there additionally. But you have to choose for yourself whether it's to be taken to your body or not. You have to decide. So that's very, very important thing is. So that thing should be there, and majority of them will be extracted and absorbed, the fluids in the intestinal portion. In the intestinal portion. And intestinal portion should be absorbed, whatever the fluids which are required for our body will be absorbed there, and the remaining waste will be thrown out of our body. For that one, you have to require the fiber content. Unless there is fiber, your motion will not be proper. When motion is not proper means you will be having susceptibility to any disease, any ailment, which is very weak in your body. Whether it may be the lungs, or it may be the heart, or liver, or kidney, or the stomach, or the intestinal portion, and all the organs which may be affected from that. So for that, you have to, at least you are having sufficient quantity of the fiber-rich food in there. So this is one stage. And whatever the problem you are arising or causing is mainly you are not maintaining the pH of your body. So therefore, maintain proper thing and proper digestion and proper motion and other things. You won't get any problem or any disease at all. If you are having indigestion means you are inviting the problems for yourself. Just like you are opening a main door, any thief will come and take anything because it is open, door is there. The same thing will happen in your body. You have to maintain proper thing. This is a simple thing. A few points I have to insist you to do that one. So if you are having any doubt there, I will clarify you. Anybody, you can ask.
I had a doubt.
Anusha, tell me.
Sagarika, I had a doubt. This is, you said 25% of fluid, 25% of food, 25% of gap, and what is the other 25% that you said?
That is only the fiber and other things should
The
be
fiber
there.
and other things. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, thank you for sharing. It's a very valuable one, sir. I have one doubt. Who is a diabetic? They can use honey in their water, which one you shared, the lemon one, sir?
One thing is, it depends upon your how much sugar level is there. That sugar level is there.
Okay.
One thing. And if it is organic, nothing will happen. Don't take this the sugar, this one, and the syrup, and it will be affecting you.
Okay.
So in that case, if you doubt, avoid that one. Leave that one. Use the other things.
Then which one we can use, sir, in the...
Nothing else. You can use the lemon, water, and the
Ginger.
ginger, if you drop,
Mm.
that's all.
Thank you.
Don't add to the honey at all.
Great information we got, son. Thank you for giving your knowledge to us. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
It- Thank you very much. Also, if we infuse cucumber, even cucumber makes the water alkaline, right?
Definitely. I have taken a few examples, that's all.
Okay, so it could be
It's a
cucumber.
vast subject. I can speak hours together for this thing.
Oh, I would love to spend some time with you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will connect with you, sir, personally.
I think even Pudina also act as
Definitely. There are various things. I have told you only 2 things because the time limitation is there here. Tell me, Anusha.
First of all, thank you so much, sir. It was really a very informative session. I'm an Ayurvedic person, so when I did my Nadi Pariksha, so I had a Vata Pitta imbalance. So that is my Vata dosha. So you said, we have to eat raw veggies. So I don't prefer raw. It induces a lot of gas in me. So I take it as, boiled ones, boiled sprouts and all those things. So it's fine, right?
One thing, it is okay, but you are having indigestion problem for you. A simple thing what you have expressed is you are not having the proper digestion. That means you are not intaking this one, which one, fiber content, and whatever things I have told you that you have to maintain that one. The fluid you are taking is not enough, and the acidic food should be avoided, and it should be used towards the alkaline.
And morning I take usually ashcord juice or tender coconut alternatively rather than going for a warm water with lemon and honey. Is that okay?
Okay, definitely. But if you are having any problem in such cases, for example, any respiratory problem will be there and other things, then you have to use some little pepper powder for it. Add pepper powder that one, okay? And
Good morning.
it clearly indicates that you are not taking the intake of the fluid properly.
Yes.
And the fiber-rich food.
Yes.
That's why I have given you some information about that one. Introductory part, that's all.
Thank you, sir.
The one more thing, sir. After food, what is the gap between we can take consume the water? Because some people will say, no, you don't need to have after having the food quickly the water. Give gap for 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
That is a definite. Why means after intake of the food, the hydrochloric acid, what we call it Agni, will be released in your stomach. Only to digest your food. Suppose if you take water, what will happen immediately? It will be diluted. That causes indigestion.
Okay.
So for that purpose, you have to give a gap. Suppose if you are having a habit, I am going to drink water, nothing to worry. How much you have to take and you have to decide for that. In that cases, you can use buttermilk for that one, nothing will happen. Buttermilk or any juice, you can consume immediately. And another thing is, in between the food you are intaking, don't drink water as far as possible. If there is a problem is there, you can sip a few water, whatever may be the thing. But don't take too much of water in between the food.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. It's nice to hear basic information regarding the health. Can you please suggest one remedy, home remedy for constipation?
So whatever I have told you for the constipation itself, you have to consume proper fiber-rich food and then consume the fluid which is sufficient quantity for you. That is very, very important. If these two are not proper, is there, and then in addition that the sleep should also be there, peace of mind should be there, and in addition to that one, you have to the physical exercise should be there.
Okay.
All these things will fact about that one. That will clearly tells your problem is indigestion.
Okay,
Huh?
sir.
Ah.
Okay.
If you want
Thank you.
more, if you want more details, you can go to my health channel in the YouTube. Health tips, videos, Satyamurthy.in. Search there. You will get more than 100 videos on the health series.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Satyamurthy dot.
.n, initiate.
Okay.
Just go and type and search there. But in the beginning, there will be in the Kannada, and later on the comments will be in the English in the summary. And then now I am adding both, telling in both English and Kannada simultaneously. And the comments will be added, the summary will be added in the comment box. Okay, you can see over there. And you're
So this is Samir here. There are two
Ah.
questions. Is milk good? Milk
definitely,
uh,
definitely milk is required. But whatever what he is having is the cow milk we are getting from any dairy product and other things, it will be adulterated. It is not organic. That's A1 milk. You have to use only the A2 milk. Then it will be very, very beneficial for you.
So which one?
A2 milk, we call it as, there is organic milk. That is the obtained from the, whatever you call it as, the old form of this one, species of the cow.
Gir cow, sir. Gir cow.
Gir cow, we call it as, not the Jersey. Jersey will be giving you sufficient milk, okay. But they are giving chemicals and other things to produce that.
Sir, what about I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't have anything, no milk products, sir.
No, it is depends upon your allergy type is there.
Yes.
First, you have to maintain the proper digestion for that one. Then you won't get any allergy at all. I will explain you. I have suffered a lot regarding you, what you have told you. I am not drinking any tea, coffee, or milk in my service. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Because I have to allergy that one. I have taken allopathy and whatever may think. But later on, after knowing all these things, I am free now. I can drink coffee, tea, whatever we are doing, drink, I will take that. Suffered a lot for about 35 years in the case of the gastritis or acidity.
Yes, even I don't drink anything, no tea, no coffee, no milk, nothing, only curds, only curds. But then it's the GI tract information now that you have, now that you're good.
Gradually you have to use and drink that one. Huh? Don't avoid that one, it is required for your body. But gradually you have to, if you are allergic to that one, use some the milk, a little milk, and add little turmeric powder to that one, and drink. Nothing will happen, generally.
Thank you.
Another question, sir. Another question. What type of water is good? Like which we use in the RO system, or how to in the present day?
Now you can use RO water, nothing to worry. But what will happen is RO or UV, whatever, maybe it's acidic in nature. You can test in your any lab for that one. So for that, as I have told you, you can use this cucumber, add a few pieces of cucumber and drink, or lemon water juice that can be added and drink, or ash gourd juice can be drink. There are so many things, or tulsi leaves, whatever. It should be alkaline in nature. You have to maintain about in the range of 7.4. Then you won't get any problem at all. Your digestion problem, all the things, whatever minimum I have told you, you have to maintain and get the result during the next week. Okay? You will avoid so many things there.
Sir, how about water, put it in a copper container and drinking that?
It is okay, nothing to worry. But what the thing is, you have to maintain the copper vessel properly. Daily you have to wash it without any hesitation. It's a lazy process, majority of them. They won't do it. So that will affect your body. It's very, very good. You have to store in the night and drink in the morning. But properly cleaning is very, very important in the case of the copper vessel. Or else you will be having, you are inviting the disease itself or ailments itself. So this is sufficient, I tell you. I have to tell you some more information regarding your brain. Is it important?
Very important.
Because you are having this strain, stress may be there, whatever may think, because you are always, you are having 10 to 12 hours of the laptop or the computer. You have to maintain proper position and some of the exercise should be done for that. That I will introduce a few things, okay? The first one is, wherever you are in front of your computer or laptop, whatever you think, the screen of your computer, laptop should be in your eye level. That's very important. It should be in your eye level. So much of height should be maintained while sitting or adjusting the computer or the laptop for that. Don't lean like this one. Huh? Don't do like this one. That's one important thing is. And your neck and the shoulder should be, back should be straight. It gives you more relief for you and it aligns the spinal portion also. Spinal portion. Some of them suffer from backache. So that will be avoided if you properly maintain your posture. One thing is sitting posture is very important, and then the screen, what you are observing, it should be in your eye level. Don't lean your head like this one at any cost. And the other important thing is, while you are observing the keyboard also, don't do like this one. Just your eyelid should come down and use that one. And in this one, for example, in using this mouthpiece and other things, you are supporting this to the table. Majority of them. It should not be done. It will cause you elbow, tennis elbow, or there may be numbness in fingers, or there may be pain in the joints of the shoulder. Whatever may think. Some of them will cause the numbness in the hands, fingers. All this will happen as you are not properly maintaining the mouse and typing the keyboard. It should be like this one. It should not like this one. That will affect a lot. And it may cause your back pain also. A cervical problem may be there. The orthopedicians say they won't advise anything there. They will give some tablets or capsules or the ointment to go that one and go rest. As much as you can, you have to take the rest, that's all. So that's very, very important that you have to do that one. And another thing is, while observing your computer and other things, at least after a half an hour, just twist your head like this one and blink a few times on that side. Nothing will happen. In a few seconds, you will be free. You won't get the dry eyes. You won't get the dry eyes. And all the strain will be released there. You will be in a position to do work more and more. Nothing else is there. There will be no strain in your neck or the shoulder and the spinal portion of your body. Because majority of the person coming or now is for the backache problem. Majority IT sector work. So it should be avoided by using proper maintenance of the body, and how to use that one is very important things. So neck should be straight. So for a simple thing, I will give you some tips that you have to maintain for yourself. So one thing is, you have to interlock your this one like this one, and keep your this palm on the head, and from going this one you have to stretch like this one, and you have to pressure the head on the fingers. So you have to stretch like this one. That will release your back pain and cervical portion. You won't have any problem. So take this one and do like this one. Stretch as much as possible. Huh? The shoulders go as back as possible. Okay? Do it for 3 to 4 times, it's enough for you. You can repeat for a number of times, wherever you feel that one. The stress will be reduced, the strain will be reduced, and then your back problem will not be arising. So much of things will be a simple experiment that we have to observe that one. And another thing is, while you can also do the same thing in while sitting itself, so rotation of this one. So clockwise as well as the anti-clockwise. In a few seconds is enough. Wherever you feel some strain is here or here, you can do it for yourself. It's a very simple method. So there's another thing I have told you. And you have to decrease the tension in your eyes. That's another factor that you will suffering from. For that, you have to take 2 fingers or this one, whichever is convenient for you. Anyone. Okay? Close your eyes and then you have to observe this point, this nose, and the eyes will join at this point. So you have to pressure like this one. Just apply the pressure and release. Don't remove your fingers. So keep it here and pressure it and release. Don't take out the fingers. Just 8 to 10 times you have to pressure like this one and remove that one. Immediately you will be having some changes there. You feel that one if you properly done that one. How much pressure you can do, you can apply for yourself. Don't put too much pressure, but there should be some relaxation should be there for that purpose. Another one is in the eyebrows. Center of the eyebrow, there is a dip is there. Observe. Just you push like this one, there will be a dip will be there at almost center of your eyebrows. Have you got it? So in that one, pressure it like this one. So 8 to 10 times. If there is any pain is there or not, you have to observe for yourself. If pain is there, there is a problem for you in the eyes. Okay? Do it for 8 to 10 times. And then next come to this portion, this bones joint. Okay? So again, you have to apply the pressure there. Don't touch the eyelids. So how much pressure you can give that one. And release for 8 to 10 times. Do it for 8 to 10 times. And in addition to this one, there is another point in the lower bones of your eyes. So there is a center again. There is a dip is there. Just to pressure it like this one. Close your eyes. Only on the bones. Nothing else. Okay? 8 to 10 times. Observe where there is pain is there. You have to repeat for some more time later. It will releases your dry eyes and any eye problems will be certainly do that one. If time permits, I will demonstrate another one.
Watering eyes also, sir? Watering eyes?
No, watering eyes will also be solved. Any headache, migraine, what you are going to do on this computer and other things. So all this will be released. There are some more exercises I have to tell you. And by using this one for a few days, I have removed my specs. It's my experience. Okay? If you are wearing a glass, You can remove gradually, but with confidence. It should be done. Mindset should be there. Unless you believe and if there is no confidence and do it, nothing will happen. But you have to do it confidently, then only your problem will be solved. The best example is mine. So all these things will be happening. So please follow the things what I have explained you, that by experience I am telling you. After treating many patients, I have released so many things. Backache will be released immediately, knee pain can be removed, or this one ankle joint that can be removed, even diabetic can be controlled, even heart diseases can be controlled and cured, migraine can be controlled and cured. Whatever the ailments you are getting in your body, all of them can be treated naturally without any medicine. Suppose if you are taking any medicine, that can be gradually stopped. For example, so many things are there in the thyroids, majority of them suffering from hormone diseases. Even ladies' problem in this menses period, uterus operation, whatever with the unconsuming is there. So whatever the problem, that can be solved without drugs, but it takes time. And your mindset and the confidence will play a very important role in this case. This very, very important thing is. So I told you a minimum basic thing that I can explain you within a limited time. Okay? This
Awesome,
very,
sir. Superb. Superb.
Thank you. Very super. Very
Thank
informative.
you so much, sir.
So I think that I can close this session now. Huh? If you want any other questions, you can ask me, or else I will again thank you to one and all those who have attended
Thank you so much.
this session.
Thank you so much, sir.
And
Thank
I
you so
will give you
much.
more information in the next session. Huh? Before going to that one, you have to implement whatever I have told you to you and get the feedback during the next week. That's very important. You should follow it and do it and get the result during the next week. You have to practice, practice, practice. It's very, very important thing that is to be done here. Unless you implement it, you won't observe anything changes there. If any medication is there, you can stop gradually, don't stop immediately. Huh? As far as you are following the things, what I am going to instruct, definitely you will come out of the disease. Whatever, even cancer can be cured if it is in the initial stages. If it is in the initial stages.
Yes.
And any disease that will be occurring can be avoided in future also without medication. That's why very, very important. Okay. So thank you very much to all of you for listening me this health session. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
A gratitude to you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Really, sir. Thank you, sir.